Hello and welcome back to We Are the Famous EFC. It is your final way to Everton for Leicester City 0 at Goodison Park. And wow, that was an incredible game yesterday by David Moyes' Toffees. From minute 1 to minute 90, I thought we looked fairly brilliant on the ball. And at times we did some cheeky passes. And I'll tell you what, man of the match for me goes to Beto and Iliman and Jai. Everyone deserves man of the match for me because we were absolute brilliant from minute 1 to minute 90. We were brilliant. And also, as I said, we looked fairly comfortable during the game, and that was a huge 6-pointer game as a result. And that is why we deserve to win, because this club does not deserve to be in the position where we are. But who cares now, because we've just won. We've won 4-0. Let's see what the manager has to say.
Great result for us all here at the club, and just to feel that feeling. 2 home wins now, twice been up 3-0 at half time. Don't even know if I've done that in my first time here, but I'm certainly happy to do it this time.
If last week's win at Brighton was all about grit, determination and character, how impressive and encouraging was it for you just to see the quality of the play today, the passing, the finishing, and just the all-round performance?
Well, look, I'm trying to build on what's here and trying to improve the level of quality if possible, encourage the players, give them a bit of confidence. We want them to take the ball, we want them to try and play at the right times, and I think that was evident today at moments. But ultimately I want them to score goals and I want to win, and they certainly gave me every chance of that, having that feeling today. A goal after 8 or 9 seconds, and then obviously we got a second one to back it up very quickly as well.
The hallmarks of your first 11 years at the club was just how much Goodison was a fortress, how enjoyable it was to all the teams we used to beat every fortnight, to be honest. Yeah. I know it's early days, of course, but what did it mean for you as someone who cares so much about the club to feel Goodison bouncing again today? Because it really was, you could feel the feel-good factor.
I certainly could. Actually, there was one point in the second half where I was going to turn round and look round, because it was a bit like what I know it can be. It can be an intimidating place if you're the opposition. It can be a great place. I said today to the players before they went out, we need to feel the heat of Goodison, and how we're going to get that is by us performing well. We got to go right away, and I think from that point, everybody was with us, and just a few smiley faces and everybody there right to the end watching the team. It's a big thing.
You were forced to make 2 changes today, maybe changes you wouldn't have made had it not been for injuries. But how impressed were you with the quality of the performances from Beto and James Garner? First, Beto with his finishing.
Yeah, well, look, we have to. Beto's come in, and he's got 2 goals. We've been desperate for goals. We would anything to score goals. It was a brilliant pass by Jimmy Gardner, I have to say, for one of his goals, or for his first goal, I think. Second goal, maybe. First one. And I just thought that he'd done a lot of things which we're pleased about. Obviously, there's things that he'll need to brush up on and improve as we go on, but I think today's performance was terrific from him, and coming in for the first time. I thought Jimmy Gardner as well played really well today. Hadn't had much football back in training, when you could see, he'll need the games to get back, but it made a big difference to us as well. So great credit to the both of them.
3 wins on the bounce now, 7 goals in our past 2 home games. Just what has been the difference from where we were?
Look, I think the players have just
So yeah, as I said, I thought that we looked fantastic on the ball. Abdallah Decore as well. What a play he's been today after we've given him stick as well. But everyone fighted for the badge. The blue sweat, blood dripping down every single one of them players' shirts to make us 4-0, and they worked their socks off yesterday. Every single one of them players worked their socks off, and you wonder why we scored 4, because we were absolute brilliant, fantastic, and huge credit to the manager as well for that, as well as the players. They all deserve huge credit. So we've got a transfer window coming up tomorrow, and we will be live, of course, tomorrow. So don't forget to hit subscribe. But as I said, yeah, it was a good game. Let's have a look at the stats. Everton stats. Yesterday. So we had 13 shots on shots. They only had 9, We had altogether we had 7 shots on target, and they only had 1. Passing, we had 430. They had 480. Yellow cards, 0. 5 corners, they had 6 altogether. Offsides, we had 3. They had 1. And they had 13,000. We had 7. Free kicks, they had 8. We had 3. So it just proves with the stats as well as moving up, then it did under Deitch. But who cares? Because we've got a manager who knows what he's doing. He's got a plan A, plan B, and he's got different tactics for each game to spice it up to get the wins on the board. We ole, 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 Beto, Beto, ole, 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 Beto, Beto, ole, 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 Beto, Beto, ole, 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 Beto, Beto. What a play he is as well. Let's see what the manager has to say. A bit more on his reaction.
Showed everybody a little bit what they've got. You know, we want to try and play a bit, but we also know that we're not in a position where we're going to be the best footballing team in the league, that's for sure. We have to make sure that we're a Premier League club. So today's win goes towards that. We've had 3 great wins at the moment, if you look at it. But I'm looking at it and saying, look, you know, we need to try and make sure that we're going into the new stadium as a Premier League club. I think once I've got that over, then I'll start sort of thinking about the future and how we're going to improve the whole thing. Ultimately, we need to bring in some new players just now if we can, and then we have to look to try and take the club back to a much better level if that's possible. I think with the new ownership coming in, and the excitement we've got around probably the summertime, and you know, being able to spend a little bit easier, I think we should all try and look forward to that. But meanwhile, let's make sure everybody in Goodison and all the Evertonians and the players, the staff, that we still realise we've got a job to do here to make sure that we're in the Premier League.
And then just you mentioned it there, but perhaps a chance to build on this with a bit of activity in the transfer market. I know work obviously is ongoing with that before Monday night.
Yeah, like I would like to bring in certain types of players, as people will know we're slightly limited in what we can do, and maybe there's a type we can bring just now just to see if we can help us through. But I think the future for me would be that we have to bring in players who are going to be competitive, going much higher towards the top of the league. And at the moment, we might just be bringing in to try and make sure we've got enough to get us through. So I'm sure everybody understands what I'm saying and what it's like at the moment.
And then just finally, 10 points clear at the time of speaking to you, but I know your message very much will be, no, we're not taking our foot off the gas.
No, not a chance. You know, we've got to try and keep winning more games, and you know, it's nice when you get into a habit. So, you know, the biggest thing for me is that we've created quite a few chances in the game. I think if we'd scored 5 today, it wouldn't have been out of the question. And I still think there's loads of room for improvement. There's loads of things we need to get much better. Our retention of the ball, the first 15-20 minutes wasn't good at all, but we got a lead, which meant that we had something to hold on to.
Yeah, David Moyes does have a point with that we were quite bad in the first half for a bit. But there's more to prove on, as he said. But I'm happy with what I've seen yesterday because we got the 3 points. At the end of the day, I'm not bothered as long as we win and we get the wins. That's all I care about at the end of the day. I'm not bothered if we play bad as long as we win. But as I said, let us know in the comments your thoughts on it because we've got a transfer window coming up. Deadline day is around the corner, is on the clock. I thought the referee was absolute disgusting, absolute shambolic from the ref, and that for me, corrupt. Premier League corrupt as fuck. But his name is Iliman Ndiaye from Bramley Moor to Senegal. His name is Iliman Ndiaye. What a player he is. Like, I love him. What a player, guys, Iliman Ndiaye is. What a player. And I'm very, very happy. Right, we're going to finish it up there. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We'll be back tomorrow for the live stream for deadline day at 8:30. So remember, of course, to hit that notification button. And we'll be back later if there's any breaking news or any links. We'll be doing a video right away. Thank you all for watching. Up the Toffees. Bye-bye.